good, guys? Welcome to another video, and as you can see from the title of this video, today we're going to go into how to eliminate your negative thoughts and negative thinking. The reason I want to get into this video is, first of all, to understand this is when you really understand how to eliminate these thoughts, how to no longer put attention on these thoughts, you will start to notice you will become more magnetic, the outer world starts to give you more opportunity, people start to treat you differently, and people want to be around you so much more. And next to that, obviously, you're going to be feeling amazing about yourself because you are no longer manifesting all these negative thoughts. So the powerful thing about shifting this, about eliminating these thoughts, is that we want to shift from a negative to a positive place, from a low to a high vibration. What this will mean is that you will start to see the world differently, and what you will also start to notice is that people will start to treat you in a completely different way. So we're going to go into this video into the exact step-by-step process on how to deal with these negative emotions and stop them from manifesting. So we're gonna hop straight into it, guys. As you guys can see, we have several bullet points on the whiteboard this time. Awareness, acceptance, observing without attachment, letting go, and your increased vibration. So in order to handle your emotions properly, what you need to be doing is go through a step-by-step process that will actually help you handle these emotions and stop them from manifesting. So the truly important part in the beginning, guys, is to first understand, and this is a crucial thing to understand about your negative emotions, or else you're not going to be able to undo them. What you have to understand is that you are not your negative emotions. You are not your emotions, and you are neither your thoughts. And think about it. If you were the thinker of your thoughts and you could choose all your thoughts, why would you ever choose to have a negative emotion? Like, no one ever said, let me think a terrible thought right now so I could just feel terrible. We don't do that, right? Because we are not the thinker of our thoughts. This is the crucial and most crucial part to understand about this video. If you want to understand one part and take away one part from this video, it's going to be this. You are not your negative thoughts. You are not your small self. You are not that little voice that is trying to keep you down with self-doubt, shame, guilt, insecurity, all these little voices in your mind. That is not even who you are. Because why, again, would you choose to have those thoughts? You wouldn't. It's nothing more than an old program from your mind that tries to keep you safe. So this is the first crucial point, guys, is to become aware. It's to have the awareness of what these negative thoughts are. And as I said once again, it's nothing more than an old program that you've been giving your attention again and again and again, so it continues to run. Just having this awareness about your negative thoughts already is extremely powerful, because what starts to happen now is you will start to detach yourself from these thoughts. Whenever you have a negative thought, you want to actually accept the negative thought. So in order to really notice your negative thoughts, the first thing you actually want to get into is your emotion. What you can do on a day-to-day basis is to become very aware of when you get triggered. Now, what a trigger is that this is nothing more than an emotional reaction by something stimulated in the outer world. So an example is you wake up happy, you're feeling good, but something happens throughout the day, and now out of nowhere you no longer feel good. You maybe get anxiety, or you maybe feel sadness, or maybe you feel some type of fear or anger. So whenever you shift from this emotion from positive to negative, this is when you want to become aware, because this is when you became triggered. Maybe a coworker had a certain comment about your shirt, or maybe someone looked at you funny and you thought it was insulting, or maybe someone cut you off at traffic and you get angry. So whenever you get this trigger, you want to move into acceptance as quickly as possible. You want to fully accept this trigger, this feeling, these thoughts that are arising, because whatever you resist is going to grow stronger. So let's say you have a negative thought or a negative emotion, and deep down inside you feel like, no, I shouldn't be feeling this. Think positively, think positively, think positively. Actually, what you're doing is you are just reinforcing the feeling of feeling negative. You are giving the negative feeling more and more energy. That is why it is also crucial to observe without attachment. And the reason I'm saying observe is because, once again, you are not those negative thoughts. It's just a mind-based program. So you are actually able to observe these thoughts. This is what we do in meditation, right? When we sit down to meditate, let's say every single morning for 5 minutes, and what we do is we focus on our breath. And every time our thoughts distract us again, we want to go back to our breath. Right? And at a certain point, you actually start to be able to observe your thoughts without identifying with the thoughts. You can just see your thoughts drive by like it's some traffic driving by and you're just looking at it. That is exactly where you want to get into. So you want to be observing without attachment. Let the negative thoughts be there. Just observe them. Just see it for what it is. An old program that no longer serves you. You just let it be there. Don't resist it whatsoever. Let it run its course. Because normally what we always do on a subconscious basis is that we do in fact resist these negative thoughts. And we do this by grabbing our phone, socializing, scrolling on social media, opening the dirty websites, looking for pleasure in order to numb this feeling. And this happens completely unconsciously. But instead of moving away from this feeling and thinking, oh no, I shouldn't be feeling this, what you can do is move into the feeling, observe the thoughts and just let it be there without attachment. So this is where the next step comes into play. Once we get triggered, once we have this certain negative feeling within ourselves, this is where we want to be letting go. So in order to let go of this feeling, and this is where the magic happens, because at this point, most people never ever even get to let go of the old emotion that has been running their life for so long. So what it means to let go is to continuously just accept the feeling without resisting it. And what you will see over time is that the feeling, it comes and it goes. Just like every single thought and every single emotion. Like when you feel angry, the anger will go, doesn't it, right? But the longer you cling onto it and the more you resist the anger, what we're actually doing is that we're pushing it back down instead of letting it go. We're constantly pushing the anger, the sadness, all this stuff. We continue to put it back down instead of facing it. It's basically like a bottle of champagne, right? It's just increasing in pressure when you shake it. And that's exactly what is happening when we continue to stuff it down. And out of nowhere it pops and everything comes out. But this is extremely ineffective because you will continuously walk around with all these emotions within yourself that you're not even conscious of, right? So in order to let go of these negative emotions is that whenever you feel this feeling, just accept it, observe it without attachments, and just let it run its course. Let it talk. Let all the negative emotions talk. Because guess what? You are observing it, right? You are not those negative emotions. So if you realize you are not those thoughts, if you realize you are not this emotion, it cannot do any harm, can it? You are not identified with it. Because back in the day, you always thought, oh no, these are my thoughts. I am that thought, right? But once again, you are not those negative emotions. You are the observer of the negative emotions and the negative feelings. So in order to let go properly, the only thing you have to do is just sit with this discomfort until it runs out of fuel. Because every emotion has a certain amount of fuel. The more attention you've given this emotion over the years, the more fuel it will have, because your attention is what the fuel is. So instead of resisting it now, you just let it be there, accept it. And what you will notice is that the emotion at some point is gonna run out of energy. This can take 1 minute, this can take 1 hour, this can take 1 day, this can take 1 week, and in some rare cases it can even take longer. But that is completely fine, because what you will notice over time, guys, is that once you continue to do this again and again and again with every single negative feeling and emotion you will start to have, what you will notice is that over time your vibration is going to increase. You start to let go of all these lower emotions and you will rise in your vibration, in your natural state. And over time you will realize if you just continue to let these negative thoughts be there and you let them go by accepting them and observing them without attachments, you will feel lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And you will look back at your older self and you'll think, wow, I used to feel so heavy. I remember for myself as well, guys, my natural state when I was like 17 years old, 16 and 18, my natural state of daily living was fear. And now I look back on this and I'm like, wow, that was such like a heavy state of consciousness. It was so heavy to live in that place. But the crazy thing is that when you're in this place of constant fear or constant shame or constant guilt, you don't even know, you're not even aware yet how amazing you can feel, how amazing a human being can feel on a day-to-day basis. But I can promise you guys, once you start to let go and you use this process for every single negative emotion and negative thought, what you will start to notice is that over the months, you will start to feel lighter and lighter and lighter. For an example, you always feel this sense of anxiety within yourself and you are constantly resisting this on a subconscious level, right? You are constantly grabbing your phone, you're constantly busy, you're constantly socializing, exercising to avoid this anxiety. So instead of moving away from it, you now move into it. And what you will notice, guys, is that over time, you feel lighter and lighter and lighter. And what's going to happen is that your vibration is going to be increasing. So what this means is that your default state, your default setting, which is basically the state you find yourself in the majority of times, it's going to increase. Some people are constantly angry. Other people constantly feel shameful and insecure. Yet other people, the majority of times, they feel empowered and they have all this nice energy around them, right? These people live from a higher state of vibration, and you can do that and you can move up there by going through this exact step-by-step process, guys. This is exactly how you eliminate your negative thoughts and feelings from manifesting again. It first comes, once again, from becoming aware that you are not your negative thoughts, because if you were your thoughts, right, why would you think negative thoughts? No, it's nothing more than an old program that has been running you for a long period of time. Next to that, you want to fully accept and observe the feelings and the negative thoughts that come without any attachments. Then you want to let it run its course. You want to feel it completely until it runs out of fuel. This is called letting go. And what you will notice, guys, over time is that you will feel lighter and lighter and lighter because your vibration is starting to increase. This is exactly how you get rid of your negative emotions and feelings, guys. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.